just turn it on here and bring this over. Oh, my tomato. Here we go. I'll just put that over there. Some stuff here. I have some space. And change out the black thread. I need to change out the bobbin too. Let's see if I have an extra one that isn't used. Because I've already used one of them for white, one of them for black. I think I might have one more that I just never use. Maybe. If I can find it. Well, maybe I don't have one. There it is. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna thread another. Come on. Ah, that is so weird how they do that. Okay. Just gotta poke through the sticker. Pull that back up. That is really weird. I just got another sticker I need to poke through. It's shorter. Alright, that's short. No, don't do that. Alright. Or the sticker can just come off. There we go. That works. Alright. So, let's just put this through this hole up here. Let's see if I can't. There we go. And then, whoops, fell off. Okay, run that a few times so it doesn't have anywhere to go. Put it around that, up to there. Move the camera. See, it's all set up. I can't get it into focus. There we go. There we go. Alright. My foot pedal's covered. Okay. Here we go. Oh, I spun it on wrong. That's gonna be fun. Let's take that off here. I spun it the wrong way. How does that spin? That way? No, I don't want it to go that way. I meant this way. Sorry, I get really confused trying to figure out which direction things go. That it? No, that's I did it wrong. See what I mean? I get confused. Last time I wasn't paying attention. I just did it. Now that I'm thinking about it, that's probably why I'm not doing so well. Okay, so go the other way. Now we'll try it. Whoops. There we go. That's probably not a good idea. I did so much on there. So I don't think I'll need that. I hope I don't need that. That means I used it up a little bit too much. I'll have to get another bobbin for my backup spare. They're not too expensive, so that won't be a problem. I think they're only like 50 cents or something, depending on where I get them from, obviously. So let's put on this new one here. Okay, there we are. Just stick it in the machine here. That's in place. Bring this down and around. And then down again through the hole. Grab the thread below. There you are. Pull it back. Close up and we're all set with the new thread. So this is what I meant by like closing off the first square. It's not really a complete square, so which is why I'm closing it off like this. And because I'm doing that, it'll make it a little bit easier to follow all the way through. It's basically just kind of following down this third line here. And I want, which thread do I want to use? For this material, I don't want to use the same pattern here for the stitching. Let me get a little piece of it real quick. Let me just see what happens when I do this with a couple different kinds of stitches. So I'm gonna do, let's just see. I'll show you what the stitch is here. Moving camera. So if you guys get dizzy, I'm sorry. So with the C pattern up, it will be this one here. It's a 3-stitch zigzag. And then the reason why it has all these lines here is the closer I get to B, the closer it's no longer zigzagging it. I'll try C and then I'll try D and see what the difference is. And maybe E and F. I've never really used those other ones that much. So, I'll put the camera back so you guys can see what's going to happen here. Alright. I'm going to have to adjust a couple things in here. I don't think this material likes that pattern of C. So let's try D, which is like all the diamonds. Let's see what happened here. How did that turn out? Turned out better, a little bit better. Let's see here. Because it blends in, so I have to like pull it up close to my eyes to see this here. I'm not quite, I don't think that's quite it yet. It works better than C does. So now to E, which is triangles. Let's see how this looks. Let's take a look at you. Maybe I will use up that bobbin. Okay. You actually seem to be doing the best, but I'm not sure I like it. Let's try F, and we'll try G again. And if it was that, if that one is the best, then so F is triangles, but a little bit different. If you guys look back in the video, you'll see it. I'm not sure what I think about that. It definitely did better than E. Let's try G. I need some more space. Fold it over again. No, I'm not going to use B and A. They're too close together. I'll ruin this. Out of all of them, I think I still like G. Oh well. Pull that a little extra length just so it doesn't unthread itself. Ooh, it's curly. Alright, so we're just going to stick with G. That's fine. I guess it just will be using G a lot. Alright, let's get some of this up here. So that means I'm going to follow this first line here with the edge of this foot, because that's where the needle comes in for the main part of the G line, and the rest of this will come across these. Now if I was doing it the other way, nope, it wouldn't matter. Okay. I was just thinking because G kind of curves more. I don't know how well you guys can see that, but there's a kind of diagonal pattern on here. Like if I could follow that, then it could disguise better, but it doesn't matter which way I put it through, it's not going to follow it. So yeah, I'm not going to worry about that then. Yeah, no, just don't worry about it. Start right there. Okay. Away with you. All right. Started turning there a little bit too much. Not terribly, not noticeably, but if I had gone on, then yeah, it would be noticeable. I caught it before it got too bad. hard to look at. So I am going a little bit slower than normal because I have to keep track of a lot more in this. Because not only am I making sure that this stays about even this way, I'm also making sure it stays even this way. Because you know how with sewing, the foot tends to push the material. So I'm trying to make sure that it's not pushing the material so that it doesn't line up, because then that would look really bad. And then again, I also have to make sure that my line is pretty much following what I want it to up there, so it'll look nicer. So there's like 4 or 5 extra things to watch with this. And it's a good thing I'm not doing multiple cuts through the plaid, because then you also have to watch when you're sewing the pieces together if they're lining up right. So it's better to do basically one piece, except for where you seal it off, if you can, because otherwise it doesn't look as nice. I know a lot of people, because I looked at some YouTube videos of how some people do their sewing, and they put in a lot more needles than I do, and it works, but for me it's too slow, especially if I'm ever on a time budget for trying to sew stuff like 3 days or whatever. And so I have to do a lot less needles because I'm not pulling them all out all the time. But if you're more concerned about it, put like the fabric shifting or whatever under you, then I would definitely do more needles, but I'm not too concerned about that, so that's why I don't have as many. Start getting under the foot there. And I'm sorry if this hand keeps getting in the way here. Let me take off my watch. But I need to make sure I can control the fabric so it's doing this more instead of trying to come in like that. So it's more coming in at a better angle. And then this hand here is making sure that the width is right, as well as guiding it. Because even though I pinned it, I didn't do a super good job on pinning it, because that would take too much time. Like, I got enough that it could work, but I don't want to do too much on it. And this is as fast as my machine goes, actually, because I put the pedal down to the floor on this. And that's not, because I'm going so fast, is not the reason why I have to undo stuff. It's that I mismeasured it. And And so it gets too small or too big or whatever. However, with this, my needle just got, this pin just got stuck because of these measurement grooves in here. And sometimes it'll push through fabric and get stuck. When that happens, I have to make sure the needle is actually in the fabric before I take the foot off, or else I won't get it in the right spot. So I can take the needle out, this pin here. And the fabric hasn't moved, and I can still keep going with this. Except for it moved right there where I took the needle out. I don't like it when it gets under the foot too far, because then it gets stuck. Oh, and because I don't use so many pins, I actually don't have that many. I used to have a lot more, but I ended up giving them away because I didn't need that many. Otherwise, I've seen people where their tomatoes are completely silver on top because of how many pins they have, and I just don't need that. So I just used the little spinner wheel to put it in there, because the head was actually underneath here and I couldn't grab it. Alright. So that's that part there. Turned out pretty nice. And I also, when it's done really professionally, they actually double it over when they sew it, so that this part here will actually be underneath, and then they sew through all the layers there, and that makes it last even longer, because this eventually will get through this. Not as likely because I put the seam in there, but you know, fabric dyes, and if you want to make it last longer, you do a couple extra steps, and it does last a little bit longer. But if you're going to be making something else later to wear, don't worry about it. So now, time to go to the pleating. Now that we put this seam in there. And so, yeah, you see some of these threads are getting pretty long. So I want to get this done sooner than later, because this material does fray faster than the black material that I use for my cloak. So I'll set that up and time lapse that for you guys, so you don't have to see it forever and ever and ever as I go through it. And then I'll show you guys what happens when you're finalizing pleats, and then when you iron them out and everything. And this material probably won't hold them too well, but it'll hold it well enough from what I could find. So definitely holds it better than fleece. So I'll stop right there for it now.